Welcome back to Middle-earth, and welcome back to War of the Ring 2nd Edition, and welcome back to my screwing the rules up. Yes, when you are attacking a stronghold, which is Helm's Deep, Minas Tirith, Lorien, Rivendell, the defending army has a choice at the beginning of battle. They can either retreat into the stronghold, so there is no battle that happens, they just go into the stronghold, or they can fight a field battle. And what I've been doing so far, incorrectly, is I have been giving them the advantage that fortifications and cities get only on the first round of attack, which is they must, the attacker must roll a 6 to hit. So I've been screwing that up, which has been a huge advantage for the Free Peoples. So just so that you're aware of that, and of course from now on I will do it correctly. We do have one stronghold. We have a few strongholds left on the board, so I just have to remember that rule. Sorry for messing that up. There's been, check the notes in the videos. Of course, I always tell people to do that. All right, let's get to it. We have the Free Peoples have 5 dice. The Shadow player has 6. We're going to start with the Free Peoples, and they're going to play an action die and see what they're going to do. All right, these are our options for the Free Peoples. We have musters. We have muster armies. We are going to play a muster die. First, we need to shore up defenses in Rohan. So we're going to do some mustering in Rohan. Alright, so what we're going to do for Rohan is we're going to recruit one elite unit at Helm's Deep. That gives us 2 elites, a regular, Gandalf the White, Merry, and a leader. Alright, over we go to the forces of Sauron and Shadow and see which action they're going to take. Alright, the Shadow player is going to play a character die. They are going to be attacking with one army that has a leader in it. So let's get to the board and find out where the forces of Shadow are going to attack. It has been a long time coming, but it looks like Saruman is finally whipping his Org Riders and Uruk-hai into action. They will be attacking the forts of Isen. It is a fortification. Cities and fortifications only. Get that special defensive bonus where you have to roll a 6 to hit on the first round of combat. And we are not going to play a card as Free Peoples. And the Shadow player is also opting not to play a card. It's going to be a straight up roll. Now, Saruman has a leadership ability of 1. So we're going to have 1 reroll for Saruman. And his Warg Riders, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 of them, act as leaders as long as Saruman is still in play. So there's basically 6 rerolls if we have it. We only going to be rolling 5 dice. Saruman is not emptying his entire army out though. He is going to leave 2 behind. So he's attacking with 2, 4, so he's attacking with 8 units. Tons of rerolls. Fords of Isen only has 2 regular Rohan units. Rohan's already at war, and so there you have it. Let's get to the dice pool and get rolling up that straight up combat. Of course, first round, Saruman units need to roll a 6. Let the battle at the Fords of Isen begin. 5 dice, it's the Shadow player. Saruman, 2 for the Rohirrim. And we need 6s for the Saruman player, 5s and 6s for Rohan. And oh my goodness, 2 6s, 2 hits. Oh, that. I guess we don't need to do much more. 1 hit against the Free Peoples. The Free Peoples get a reroll, and they get the dice in there. Oh, and they get another hit. So that was actually pretty awesome stuff. And we get 2 rerolls for, or we get to reroll all the dice because we have a leadership of 6. So, and another 6. Wow, that was a massive attack by Saruman. 2 hits against Saruman units, 3 hits against the Rohirrim. Ooh, let's get to the battlefield and remove those casualties. Well, it's casualty time. The leader is going to disappear because there were only 2 regular Rohan units. They're out of the game. So is the leader. And now it is time for Saruman to push his forces forward. They lose 2, of course. What Saruman's going to do is he's just going to take 2 hits by getting rid of 1 elite. And that's what he's going to do. And then he's going to push into the fords of Isen. 1 elite. 1, 2... So 2 elites, 3 elites, 4 elites, and he's going to put 4 elites and 4 regulars into the fords of Isen, right on the borders of Helm's Deep. All right, we're back to the Free Peoples. See what we want to do. All right, as the Free Peoples, we have 2 muster army dice. We also have 2 character dice. We do want to get the fellowship moving, but we've got immediate threat in Rohan. So we're going to use another muster die for the Free Peoples, and we're going to do some more mustering because we pretty desperately need it. And once again, I think we're going to muster in Helm's Deep. We're going to get another elite. So now we have 1, 2, 3 elites, a regular, Gandalf the White, Merry, and 1 leader in Helm's Deep. Back we go to the Shadow Player. And the Shadow Player has a character die, 2 muster armies, an army die, and a muster. They are going to go ahead once again and they're going to use one of the army dice. They're just going to take 1 army and attack with it. Gee, I wonder where that's going to happen. Alright, looks like the Uruk-hai are intent on having man flesh. So they're going to be attacking the Helm's Deep. Now, to do the rules correctly, Helm's Deep is a stronghold. They do not get the 6 to hit on a 6 advantage on the first round of combat. They either have to do a field battle or they have to immediately retreat into siege. And we'd be rolling 4 dice, and we'd have 3 rerolls, and the Saruman units would be rolling 5 dice and 4 rerolls. We are at a disadvantage, but I think we're going to try and do 1 field battle. So we're not going to retreat into the stronghold immediately. We're going to do 1 field battle. We're going to also look at Gandalf the White's ability because he is the White Rider. If Gandalf the White is in battle, at the start of the battle, you can forfeit his leadership to negate all Nazgul. Oh, so not Warg Riders. Including the Witch King. So he's not going to do much good against the Warg Rider leadership. I thought maybe he did, but he doesn't. So we're going to have Pippin, Gandalf the White, and 1 leader. So we get 3 rerolls. Alright, let's get the dice out. We are going to play a card, and I don't know if the Shadow Player is going to play a card, but we will find out here in a second. Alright, we as the Free Peoples have opted to play a card. The Shadow Player has opted to not play a card. The card we're going to play is Daylight. Shadow Player rolls a maximum of 3 dice in his combat roll. So he's not going to be rolling 5 dice, he's only going to be rolling 3. So we should have used this for recruiting, but we've got to, well, we're going to use it as Daylight. Shadow Player, 3 dice. Let's get out the dice tray and roll up this battle. And this time, the Free Peoples have the advantage. We actually are rolling 4 dice, and we have 3 rerolls. And the Shadow Player is rolling 3 dice with 4 rerolls. So we are going to get to rolling. And hits are on a 5 or a 6. So let's see what we get. And we get 1 hit for the Shadow Player. Ooh, no hits for the Free Peoples. Shadow Player gets to reroll his 2 of his dice. He has enough leadership, and we get to reroll 3. So we're going to reroll 3 dice. Shadow Player is going to reroll 2. This is the leader reroll. Again, hits on 5 and 6. And oh man, did we suck wind. Despite having the numerical advantage, we, as the Free Peoples, score 0 hits. But the Saruman forces hit the Free Peoples Rohan player twice. Okay, we're going to have to remove casualties. That actually hurt us a lot. Not impressed. Let's go to the battlefield, remove casualties. Ooh boy. I think what we're going to have to do as the Rohirrim is we're going to remove 2 elites and replace them with 2 regulars. Those go away from the game. So it still leaves us with a strength of 4, but we did lose the 2 leaders, and we didn't even hit Saruman's armies at all. Darn it. The Saruman is going to press his attack. So what's going to happen is we are going to have the decision to play another field battle or retreat into siege. I think we're going to have to retreat into the Helm's Deep stronghold. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And here I have the forces. Here we have Minas Tirith in siege, and now we have Helm's Deep in siege. So we have Gandalf the White, Merry, Gandalf the White, a leader, an elite, and 3 regulars. Ooh, let's get back to the board. And the forces of Saruman are going to sweep into the Helm's Deep region. All right, and the Warg Riders and the Uruk-hai swarm into Helm's Deep. So there they are, besieging the Rohirrim. We still have Edoras free, though, to recruit into. We can also recruit in the West Met. And there you have it. Back we go now to the Free Peoples, and we need to do something and do it fast. Ooh, we're in trouble. Okay, the horns are blowing all over Gondor. We need to use the recruit again. So we're going to do the muster die for the Rohirrim. Let's get to the board and, and do some mustering. All right, this time we are going to recruit a leader in Edoras. In another free region for Rohan, we're going to do 1 regular, and we're going to put that in Westmet. Okay, so we did a little mustering in Rohan. We're trying to get our forces together. However, we do have Saruman now besieging Helm's Deep. Ooh, not good. Back to the Shadow player to play another die for them. See what they're going to do. The Shadow player has a character die, 2 army musters, and a muster. They are going to use their character die as an army's attack. So we're going to use a Shadow army with a leader to perform an attack. And we're going to find out where that's happening here right now. Looks like Gondor and Minas Tirith is going to be attacked once more. So we've got 1 elite, 2, 4, 6, 7 regulars, 5 Nazgul, and the forces of Shadow are going to attack the stronghold. So yes, we do need to roll a 6 as the Shadow army because we're attacking a stronghold. And of course the stronghold. Free People's Gondor units only need to roll 5 or 6 to hit back. We are playing, or we are not playing a card because we can't, which is unfortunate. However, Shadow player is playing a card. Wow, this might get pretty ugly. Let's take a look at the Shadow player's card. So looks like Shadow player is going to be rolling 5 dice because we can't play a card. We will be rolling 4 dice though. So let's get looking at that Shadow player's card. Ooh, I don't even want to look at it, but we're going to see what it is. All right, and the Shadow player's card is Deadly Strife. And it says both armies add 2 to all dice on their combat and leader rerolls. Wow, so it's +2 on both sides. For the combat roll, the leader reroll. Ouch. That is going to be nasty. All right, we've got 5 dice for the Shadow player. We have 4 dice for the Defenders of Gondor. And in Minas Tirith, we have Pippin, and we have 2 leaders. So they're going to get 3 rerolls with 4 dice, because they have 4 units in there, 3 regulars, 1 elite. And we have 5 shadow dice. So the shadow is going to hit on a 4, 5, 6 on the combat roll and reroll, and the free peoples are going to hit on a 3, 4, 5, 6 on combat roll and reroll. So this could be a lot of carnage going on here. Let's see what happens. Oh man, it looks like we've got 2, 3, 4 hits for the shadow player against the free peoples. The free peoples though have 3 hits against the forces of Shadow Sauron. All right, and rerolls. All dice can be rerolled. Oh my god! So it was an absolute bloodbath. Unfortunately, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits against Minas Tirith, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hits against Sauron. So let's take the Sauron units off the board first. All right, 4 hits against the forces of Sauron. We're going to take the elite out. That's 2 hits, 2 regulars, total of 4 hits. And that's it. So we still have 5 regulars and 5 Nazgul in the area. But we have to go to the Citadel now and take 5 casualties for Minas Tirith. And this is not good. Gondor units. 1 elite is worth 2, 3, 4, 5 casualties. Gets rid of all army units. And when all army units are gone, the leaders disappear. Sorry, Pippin, you tried. You are killed in action. All right, Pippin out of the game. Minas Tirith has fallen to the forces of Sauron. So we're going to go ahead and put a marker on there. That's going to give the Sauron forces 2 more victory points on their way to possibly 10 for military victory. Ooh, nasty. All right, Minas Tirith has fallen, and we're going to put a marker on there to designate that is now under shadow control. And we're going to get 2 more points for the shadow player towards a military victory. Ooh, the only place now in Gondor that's surviving at all is Dol Amroth, and it is under siege as well. The forces of evil take another stronghold. That's going to take them from 3 points to 5. They got 1 point for taking Pelargir, 2 more for Lorien, and now 2 more for Minas Tirith. The time of the elves and the men seems to be coming to an end. And so is this episode, because I think it's gone on long enough. So we're going to recap, zoom out, and finish up our episode for today. Hope is fading fast for the free peoples of Middle-earth. Our last hope, I think, is to get Frodo to the crack of doom and destroy the ring. So it looks like, wow, the shadow player now has taken Minas Tirith. The last holdouts for the free peoples now, we have Edoras. Of course, we have Woodland Realm, the Dwarven nations, the Men of the North still holding strong. But if the shadow player takes Dol Amroth, Helm's Deep, and Edoras, it's game over in a military victory. Ooh boy, nasty stuff. So can I say, we've got to move the ring. We have 2 character die left for the free peoples. I guess we're going to have to risk it. We've got to get Frodo to the crack of doom and destroy the ring. Otherwise, I think we're going to lose through military means. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. Really appreciate it. Join me next time for the continuation, War of the Ring, 2nd edition, which is taking a long time because it's a long game. So I hope you're enjoying it. And I apologize for screwing up the stronghold rules. Oh, damn it. I can't believe that. But anyway, I had thought some place like Rivendell and Lorien, aren't those cities? And cities get the plus defense on the first round of combat. But anyway, that's not in the rules. So sorry about that. So we'll see you in the next episode.